Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're conducting an urgent HR performance review. But, this isn't for some lazy coworkers stealing lunches from the break room. No, we are looking at a rogue employee who might literally be destroying your property overnight, specifically your lawn. If you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or honestly anywhere with a sticky, humid summer climate, you might already have this bad actor on your payroll without even realizing it. Our goal today? To give you the exact framework you need to identify this sabotage, fix the workplace environment, and if necessary, issue an immediate termination.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1. Meet your worst employee.
Listen, there is absolutely no performance improvement plan for Pythium Blight. We are recommending immediate termination. You see, some bad employees, like, say, a mild nutrient deficiency or a slow-moving weed, they just kind of chip away at your lawn slowly over time, right? You have weeks to notice the decline and course correct. Well, Pythium Blight doesn't believe in taking its time. If there were an Employee of the Month award for destroying lawns the fastest, this fungus easily takes the trophy, hands down, year after year. Given the right conditions, it can destroy grass literally overnight, leaving behind just an absolute wake of disaster.
Let's move to Section 2, Profile of a Destroyer. Time to open up this employee dossier.
So this disease is highly specialized. It specifically targets cool season grasses. We're mostly talking about tall fescue and perennial ryegrass here. And man, it brings a wealth of terrible experience, returning every single humid North Carolina summer like clockwork. But it doesn't just strike randomly out of nowhere. Pythium Blight actually thrives during a very specific weather pattern. Think hot weather punctuated by those heavy afternoon thunderstorms. When those warm days are followed by hot, sticky, intensely humid nights, this rapid turf destroyer punches its time card and gets straight to work on your fescue.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the stark contrast between the environments this disease absolutely loves and the ones it hates. Take a look at its likes. Pythium Blight is obsessed with stagnant, humid, wet conditions. It loves warm nights, staying above 65 degrees, grass blades that just stay wet overnight, overwatered soil, and yep, even excess nitrogen fertilizer applied right in the middle of hot weather. It thrives in dense shade where the air barely even moves. But check out the dislikes. It absolutely despises morning sunlight, dry leaf surfaces, proper mowing practices, and a nice moving breeze. Basically, it hates a healthy, well-maintained lawn because that creates a completely hostile work environment where it simply cannot function.
Which brings us to Section 3, Spotting the Sabotage. Let's talk about the visual cues. Imagine this mini narrative for a second. You go to sleep looking out at a perfectly healthy, vibrant green lawn. A heavy summer storm rolled through yesterday afternoon, but hey, everything seemed fine. Then you wake up, pour your morning coffee, look out the window, and just see absolute devastation. That is Pythium Blight. You're going to want to look for greasy, almost water-soaked patches of grass or blades that have suddenly turned black. The most alarming visual cue? Circular areas of turf that just suddenly collapse in on themselves. And if you get out there super early in the morning when the humidity is still sky-high, you might actually catch the culprit red-handed. You'll see this distinct, cottony white fungal growth literally clinging to the grass.
Section 4. Prevent the blight. It is time to create that hostile work environment we talked about.
The single most important preventative measure you can take? Controlling the moisture. The best watering strategy, by far, is deep, infrequent watering between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Now, why's that? Because this gives your lawn the entire day of sunlight to completely dry out. The absolute worst strategy, and the one that basically hand-delivers an invitation to Pythium Blight, is watering in the late evening. When you water at night, moisture just stays trapped on those grass blades for hours in the dark, warm, humid air. It's the exact recipe this disease needs to spread like wildfire.
But hey, watering isn't the only workplace improvement we can make here. We also need to manage the physical space. By trimming back your shrubs and low tree limbs, you immediately improve airflow and allow a lot more sunlight in, which helps those leaves dry out way faster after a rainstorm. Furthermore, you really need to freeze any heavy summer nitrogen applications. Over-fertilizing in the heat creates this lush, tender, fast-growing grass that Pythium Blight finds absolutely delicious. Finally, focus on improving your drainage. Standing water is a massive liability. Using liquid aeration can help improve your soil structure, increasing water infiltration so your lawn doesn't just stay constantly soggy.
And let's not forget our standard operating procedures. The number 1/3 is your golden rule for mowing. You should literally never remove more than 1/3 of the grass blade at a single time. Mowing too low stresses the turf and completely weakens its immune system. And please, always keep your mower blades sharp. A sharp blade makes a nice clean cut that heals quickly, whereas a dull blade just shreds the grass, opening up massive wounds that diseases can so easily infect.
Moving on to Section 5, firing the fungus. Let's initiate those termination protocols.
Now this brilliantly illustrates the most critical scientific trap homeowners fall into when trying to fight this disease. Pythium blight is technically classified as an oomycete. Okay, what does that mean? It means it's a water mold, not a true fungus. So why does this matter to you? Because many common off-the-shelf lawn fungicides that you grab at the local hardware store are completely ineffective against it. They're designed for true fungi. If you try to treat Pythium blight with the wrong chemical, you are wasting precious time while the disease continues to just eat your lawn. You often require a professional product specifically labeled for Pythium to actually gain successful control.
So here is your structured 5-step termination process. Step 1. Stop watering immediately. Unless your lawn is in a severe drought, do not add more moisture. Let the whole thing dry out. Step 2. Reduce traffic. Seriously, stay off the affected areas. Walking or running your mower over active Pythium blight will literally track the disease across the rest of your yard. Step 3. Increase airflow by removing excess thatch and trimming back that vegetation. Step 4. Apply that professional Pythium-specific fungicide. Remember, speed is everything here. And finally, Step 5. Once the disease is totally neutralized, you'll likely need to repair the damaged areas by overseeding to restore that thick, healthy turf.
To wrap up this particular employee file, let's look at the final review. Speed, 5 stars. It destroys lawns faster than almost anything else out there. Reliability? Well, 5 stars, unfortunately. It shows up every single humid summer right on schedule. Team player? 1 star. It just destroys everything it touches. So the final verdict? Pythium blight is absolutely not recommended for employment in your yard.
And this brilliantly ties back to the core philosophy of proactive management, perfectly summarized by this quote from Lawn Pride of North Charlotte: "Healthy lawns don't happen by chance, they happen by choice." You've got the blueprint now. You know exactly how to recognize the conditions, spot the early signs, and create an environment that entirely rejects this turf destroyer. So I'll leave you with this final question. Will you let a rogue employee destroy your lawn overnight, or will you make the choice to take control today?